Prodigal Steve returns to the darkest dungeon. How's it going, everybody? Last week we did a test party for Darkest Dungeon 1. And despite not really being suited for the Cove, it actually kind of worked. So I'm feeling good about that situation. This week we have no level restrictions, but I'm not really going to make use of that. I'm actually instead going to take our Jester party out to the Cove. And the reason for doing that, as opposed to taking them to the ruins on this level 1 mission and just phoning this week in, is because I would like to try and get rid of this satanophobia on our antiquarian without losing her for a week. This may or may not work out. So we're going to run the Ancestors map and the Quick Draw Charm here on our Jester for that increased scouting chance and the ability to get Finale off turn 1, action 1 every single time. Sun Ring and the Ancestors Pen here on the Hellion. I actually routinely forget that we have a Sun Ring, but that nice 30% damage bonus and the plus 10 accuracy is always welcome. The plus 20% stress isn't that bothersome since we are running with a Jester, which is actually why I don't care so much that our Antiquarian has 31 stress on her going in. She is going to run the Ancestor's Lantern and the Hag's Ladle for reduced surprise chance and then the increased ability to land those blights. And then just full healing here on our Vestal with the Junie's Head Sacred Scroll combo. We have selected the correct mission. It is activate 3 protective wards, so we're going to be a little light on inventory space here in the early going. I'm going to take a full stack of medicinal herbs, and actually, you know what? I'll take a couple extra, just because we are going to be using Finale with our Jester. So we're going to be invested in removing a debuff, at least on him. Plus, we do have the traps that exist in the Cove. I'll bring 2 keys with the likely futile hope that we'll encounter a secret door. See, it is the Cove, so we probably want bandages, although 6 for a medium mission is probably a little excessive. I'm going to bring a full stack of shovels, partially for blockages, but mostly for treasure. We could probably get by with 16 torches, but we're getting towards the end here, and money basically means nothing to me, so we might as well take another half stack. That's probably more than enough food on a medium mission, especially with this party, which we may not even camp with. Do I want some anti-venom? I'll bring a couple, and you know what? I'll bring a couple of holy water as well, just in case we encounter some curios that we could interact with holy water positively with. So I think that's good. We have supply items, keys, shovels, torches, food, penal glands. Everybody's in the appropriate order. Skill sets are as correct as they can be, I suppose. Let's go ahead and embark here. Hopefully this won't be a terrible mission. Hopefully we can scout the quest locations relatively early, or we'll just not scout at all. We obviously have to check this little offshoot. This is a terrible map, actually, without a major ability to scout. We'll come back for that. I mean, all of these are kind of terrible. And I was worried a little bit about that.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Ended up not mattering, though, thanks to our Hellion taking care of that second thrall. Partly, I wanted to stun the Stinger there. I didn't really expect to get the stun since it has 70% resist and we're rocking the Sacred Scroll, but I mostly wanted to keep the Torchlight up for our Hellion, who should be able to sort this out. Yeah, assuming she hit, she was going to guarantee kill that. We need the Idol. We would like the rest of these things, but we need the Idol. I'm going to remove that debuff on our Jester just because there could be a battle in here. And I think it is prudent to do so. Don't quite need a torch yet thanks to our Vestal. I mean, it's probably smarter to take the gold, but we are... Alright, let's do that, and then we'll spurn the rest of it, and then sort back into the appropriate order. Highlight our Vestal. I'm going to burn a torch just to be safe here. We do have something of an excess of them. We didn't encounter a battle here, which... Alright, so this is a curio, and it's not a quest location, so there's actually no reason to be here, which is unfortunate but unsurprising. Sack is empty is honestly something of a boon, because now I don't have to worry about inventory management here in the early game, at least not quite yet. I would like the opportunity to do some stress healing on our Antiquarian, but we're going to need a battle to last more than one turn for that. Let's start with a blight here on this maggot. 3 to 6. A high roll, well, I guess a mid roll will give us the guaranteed kill on the blight. That'll do it, so it's probably not going to be this battle that we stall on. I don't really want to stall on a wide mouth one way or another. I am amazed that we got this done there. Again, I was mostly looking for torchlight.
Unforeseen.
Okay, well,
Unforgiving.
what do you think? 5 damage with the blight and the attack, or 5 to 8 on the stab. I think we just go with the 5 to 8, and this is actually going to kill him before our Jester gets a chance to act, but that's okay. I'm going to have to say no to both of those for now. Alright, so we know we're not going to encounter another battle before the debuff wears off, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Is this stress relief if we use holy water? Item had no effect. Okay, well, I'm just going to ignore that then. A torch may be the thing. One day I'll learn all the curio interactions. You would think 175 videos in here I would be able to sort it out, but that's alright. Very, very grateful to be able to kill that madman in relatively short order. I do want to sort this wide mouth out as well, and I'm not thrilled about the prospect of stalling on these two for stress relief, but we could make it work. 14 damage is not really what I wanted there. We should heal the Antiquarian, but I'm going to try for the 1 damage that we need on the wide mouth, and that's going to... Oh, it didn't actually pull our Vestal forward. This is lovely news. Okay, well, the wide mouth is now going to die to his blight, which is wonderful for us. I'm looking at 2 for 4, huh? Not in love with that idea. It's time to start blighting you immediately, because we don't have any other DOT, and your protection is going to be very bothersome long term. So that actually cut off a huge chunk of stress, substantially more than I expected. Almost no chance that we get the bleed here, but I think it's probably worth trying, because our regular attack actually doesn't do that much extra damage comparatively. I would genuinely appreciate it if you would stop bleeding my Antiquarian. She is one of the squishier classes in the game, so yeah, that's fine. She can heal her own bleed. I'm not bothered by that at all. Keep with the stress relief on the Antiquarian, at least for now. Brings her down to 15, which is a substantially better level than we were at. Alright, she did resist the bleed. It's 2 for 3, though. I think we just throw out a party heal here. Yeah, you know what? You're not really getting that much done against the Bulwark anyway. I'm not in love with having to rely on the Antiquarian of all things as Blight to kill an enemy, but we can out-heal these two pretty much all day long, so I'm not really that concerned about leaving them alive. Oh, hey, we did actually get a bleed there. Now you're going to die on your next action one way or another. So I think we cure some stress on our Vestal. That brings her down to 7. Toss out a heal on the Hellion. That brings her down to 15 stress, which is lovely. Let's see, 15, 15, 7, and 13. You're going to die, so I think we just do this. Not actually necessary as it happens. I guess just a party heal, hope for a crit, and maybe some stress relief. Didn't happen, but that's alright. Did heal like 1 point of damage on our Antiquarian. Evasion Incense is fine, but not strictly necessary. And you know what? I think I'm going to ditch the Holy Water there for just regular old gold. I know we could probably use it at some point, but it's okay. We'll make do. This is another quest location. It is a quest location. This is fantastic. This absolutely sorts out our inventory problem, at least for the short term. Not that interested in that. Can any of you disarm traps? Yes. Okay, well, let the Jester do that. And again, relatively recent patch, although I guess it's maybe a month or so ago now. Maybe not quite that long. They did sort out heroes with a 100% chance or higher to disarm a trap. Will always disarm it, which is nice. Shouldn't be a fail check on a 115% chance to disarm. Let's take a drink of water there real quick, and then Iron Swan, this stress dealer, and now comes something of a grind, actually. I would love to be able to kill this wide mouth quickly. Excellent, okay. Are in something of a race against the clock situation now, though. Alright, let's do that. And then start moving the Jester forward. I just don't want to leave the Bulwark as the only enemy for any length of time, and right now we're basically going to have to. It's probably going to take all of 2 turns to kill you, maybe more. I just really don't want to get reinforcements because we don't have the damage to get through his Protect. 2 for 1 is meaningless to me. We have to use Wicked Hack there because none of her other abilities can actually hit him. So that's 6 damage. 9 damage crit on the Dirk Stab is lovely, and that actually brings him into light range. Okay, never mind. All is well and good and right with the world. Let's not forget to light the ward. We can actually just physically move you up 1. We have the bandages for this, but I don't think it's necessary, so I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm not that concerned about our Hellion's HP, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna do this, and this is a large part of why we came to the Cove today. Yes, you have Satanophobia, so go ahead and do that. You no longer have Satanophobia. Beautiful. And we're about to finish this mission. No battle. Okay, excellent. We do have a hallway battle in a 1-tile hallway, which I wasn't even certain could happen. I suspected that it could, but I think this may be the first time I've ever seen it. There's no reason to not look around and try for some treasure. Especially, this is a very, very simple fight.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yeah, we'll just stack up some DOT on this guy here. 10 damage and a bleed. I love it. Should heal the Hellion here, although I don't think it's strictly necessary. These two can put out a little bit more damage than I normally expect. Although I guess it doesn't matter because he is very dead now. You know what? Let's just go with the 4 to 7, because that means our Hellion has to do 10 damage, which is very much within the realm of possibility. Yeah. I think it was actually a guarantee. I didn't look at the numbers, but I think assuming she landed that hit, it was going to kill. Bleed resist for 2 rounds and damage reduction for 3. We'll get into this room and we'll see what we want to do about those debuffs. If anything, we might just want to wait them out.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Yeah, I think we want to wait them out, because this should be 2 rounds. Yeah, alright, so it should dissipate as we enter this battle. Yep, excellent, okay.
And purpose is made clear.
Very grateful for the surprise here. Would like a little bit more oomph on those finales, but it's really my fault for not giving him a damage up trinket, in fairness. Heal the Antiquarian, I suppose. Hope that she resists that stun. She did. Not that it really would have mattered all that much, because the Hellion is very likely to just do that exact thing there. So it became a non-issue. Not interested in the crest. Will almost certainly dispose of those at the earliest opportunity, but no reason not to have them in the inventory for now. We'll take that. And you know what? Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, 1 round. We do know we're coming into a battle here, but that's okay. Debuff will be gone by the time we get there. As long as you don't crit her, we're fine. Thank you. Okay. You can't actually stab that back rank, which is unfortunate, but didn't end up being relevant one way or another. I'm tempted on the Judgment, actually, but I don't think it'll be necessary, so let's just do that. May want to do a little bit of stress relief on the Antiquarian. She's still feeling not the best after that crit she took from those bandits, so neither of you have Protect, huh? So I think we'll just go with the raw damage. It seems a lot more efficient. Okay. So the Jester's going to have 1 turn, probably, to stress heal here, so it's got to go to the Antiquarian. Could have tossed out a medicinal herb on him into a Dirk Stab, but not strictly necessary, I don't think. So she's down to 5 stress now, which is lovely. Hellion could stand to get some stress relief, and I am going to bandage her because she is, again, a relatively squishy hero. Okay.
Very, very easy battle. Seize this momentum.
Definitely want, like,
to the task's end.
All of these. I don't think we have a Manslayer's Ring, so I am going to bring that as opposed to the Jade. Just move this down here for now. You're equivalently valued to the Ruby. Sure. I want to keep the anti-venom just in case we absolutely need it. Bandages and medicinal herbs are still good, assuming we're going to run into more combat here, which we should. I do think we have to ditch that for now. I may wait and come back to this. Oh, well. On second thought, yeah, no, yet we will. We'll wait and come back. We'll go do this battle for now. Those two are going to be fine by the time we get to this fight, just to see if we get any treasure at all from it. And then we'll go back, check that chest, and then
wealth beyond measure.
If we decide we need to camp, we will, but it doesn't look like it's going to be necessary, although With 19 stress on our Hellion and the potential of leaving this Enchantress alive, we can't, right? We need to kill her, and then we'll worry about the Wide Mouth next turn. That means absolutely nothing to me, in all honesty. Could not possibly care less that you pulled my Jester forward. Okay. Appreciative of that. Not thrilled that you did as much damage as you did, but it's already been sorted, so not really going to fault you for trying to do your job or whatever. Might as well use a bandage here. Kill that. Stress heal on the Hellion brings her down to 0. Okay. Very unlikely to require camping on this one. I am tempted to wander around a little bit and try and scout the secret room. Not thrilled that you did that, admittedly, but we are down to 8 stress on her now thanks to a crit heal in response to your crit attack. Eight and 8. I think we just Dirk Stab here, although he is still debuffed. Didn't actually matter because just needed 2 damage from
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious
the
killer.
Jester to ensure that the Hellion was going to get the kill there. Alright, there are a lot of curios. I know for a fact we have a double-edged pendant that I just never use, so I'm not super invested in bringing that back with us. Alright, I am going to get rid of the anti-venom, because unless we end up with a hallway battle filling back in behind us, we're not actually going to need any supply items for combat. And I don't know that there are any curios that require anti-venom in the Cove. There probably are, I just don't know what they are. And if I don't know how to interact with a curio, I just don't, so it's a non-issue, basically. Pack has already been looted, that's fine, I suppose. Still doing great on torches. No scouting, which is unfortunate, but not altogether unexpected. Definitely want to check this.
Packs laden with loot
Take
are
gold.
often low on
Take that
supplies.
antique. Take this jade for now. We have room for the shovel, so we might as well say no to these other 2 things. I'm still not opposed to the idea of camping. I don't think it's going to be necessary, but I'm not opposed to it. We'll see how we feel once we explore some of these other rooms. I'm not going to wander around too terribly long, but I would like to try and make my way back to this room, mostly because of those curios on the way. Alright, so obviously disarm this trap with the Jester. Check this sack with our Antiquarian. It is empty, which is unsurprising at full torchlight, but we're close to full. Okay, still no scouting on our secret door. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to snuff the torch when we get to this room. And then open that chest, work our way back to that far room, see what that has for us, and then probably just call it a mission. I don't think it's worth trying for that room again.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows,
Way
but
more
yonder,
keys than we
a glint of
required.
gold.
Although fairly, I did only bring 2 of them, so we found 2 just through curio interactions. I don't want any of this. We've already upgraded everything. I'm beginning to think that treasure room chests just aren't really worth it. You get way better rewards off of curios at this point. Like, once you've finished upgrading the Hamlet completely, it just is non-necessary to open those chests, really. Or at least open them with keys. But I think that opening it with a key is just a strict upgrade. Okay. So we're going to do this.
Darkness holds much worse
Since
than
we can
mere
see
trickery
both of these
and boogeymen.
curios here, there's no reason not to just grab all of this. We'll toss the bandages. There's another medicinal herbs there. Don't have room for the food. Alright, we know there's not a battle in this hallway. I'm going to try and get as high of a scouting chance as I can coming in here, although I don't think it's going to pay off. It actually did. This is the best scout that I think has ever actually occurred. I was legitimately considering just leaving, and I'm so glad that I didn't. Like, leaving without going to that room. Don't need the torch. Don't need shovels or keys. Or medicinal herbs at this point. Although I guess we could have kept that. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to camp here because why not? Might as well feast.
In tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Go and do that so we don't get ambushed here at night. Yeah, alright. All companions minus 15 stress. Lovely, okay. I don't think we need to do anything else, honestly. Yeah, let's just go ahead and rest. Everybody's full health, no stress. Head back to the hamlet, hope for no diseases. Yeah, almost 40,000 gold. 2 diseases. Okay, well. It had to be something. Bad Gambler, as far as the only negative quirk we picked up, is completely irrelevant. Scurvy and Vertigo have got to go as soon as possible, though. Gentle Tide, we knew that was coming. Wernin has gone on a personal vision quest to achieve enlightenment. Do I care about that? Yeah, kind of. I really wanted to get rid of that light-sensitive quirk this week. So that is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and, as always, unequip all trinkets, sort them. You can go to the medical ward and get rid of that. You can go to the medical ward, get rid of that. Sort by stress, I guess. Actually, hang on. No. You need to get out of there. And then we could sort by stress. Okay, so we have 6 stress on the entire roster. Oh, I love it. Okay. Couldn't be less interested in that. I might actually be interested in that sacrificial cauldron. I think, yeah, we lost the only sacrificial cauldron we had. So that's tempting. No idea what I'm going to do next week. But for now, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. As always, feedback is welcome in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time.